Hello, Notini. And he's got some new shoes. We're back with Dawn. It's just after 11 o'clock. We're into the second hour of Michael's Miscellaneous show with me, Angus Flower. And we're talking about the Norfolk Reading Project with Dawn Chrystal. And Dawn has passed me this pamphlet on the simple steps regarding the Norfolk Reading Project, and I was just interested in this. Why is it necessary? And it made me think about the Great Yarmouth area, and I'm not saying we've got quite a diverse community here.
Yep.
There's that word.
Yeah.
Yes. And we've got sort of lots of different people coming here from other countries and stuff like that. So it says good literacy skills underpin all learning and success in later life. But nationally, many children leave school unable to read and write properly. We touched upon that. But what do you think about this for the Great Yarmouth area then?
Okay. Well, I think Great Yarmouth area, unfortunately, it does get labelled as a bit more of a deprived area.
Yes.
And I'm sure it's not for everybody, but there are a lot of people here who are on a low income.
Yeah, of course.
And they're, if we look at the well-being of the children, the parents are stressed because of money issues. I know I was talking to the lady over at the charity at the vicarage, and she was saying that there are so many families now having to choose between feeding their children and eating every day.
Yes.
Which is awful. That's awful.
It is, especially in the current climate.
Yeah, absolutely. And, they're living off of support. And when you're stressed to that level, maybe your mind doesn't say, oh, hang on, I might take 5 minutes to sit and read with my child.
It becomes a lower priority.
Yeah, it does. And I think, for me, the reading project is valuable because not only is the child going to benefit, the parent will benefit because you're getting that bond with the child. You're encouraging them, so you're putting in foundation for their future. Because their literary skills is going to influence everything they do for the rest of their lives. And I think, with the Great Yarmouth area, we've got a lot of people with different languages. So there's the language barrier as well. So children are taught right from the very basics. And the training we do deals with the basics. And I would encourage any parent, if you've got a child and you're struggling with your English and your child is struggling with their English and their reading, just step forward and find out what we're doing. Because if you can actually help your child, there might be another 6 children sitting in your school, in your family community, who need that support. You could be a valuable member of the community.
So the whole thing could snowball.
Yeah, it could snowball.
Wow, okay.
Absolutely. Because if you're thinking about it, if you're sitting at home, and I've been there myself, where I didn't have a job, I didn't have the money, I have to think twice if I could afford to buy this and that for my children. Your self-esteem goes down.
Yes.
And for me, at the time, I used to volunteer, and that's how I got passionate about doing this. First of all, with my daughter, I used to go into school and just read with the children there.
Okay.
And then with my son, which was like 8 years later. So there was still a need. But nowadays, I think there's an even greater need because parents are stressed. They might be working or they might be at home all day. So if you volunteer as a reader or someone to help with the children reading, it's a win-win situation because your self-esteem goes up. You put it on your CV. It could be a stepping stone towards getting back into work.
Yeah, it's interesting, the win-win situation.
Yeah.
That does make it sound appealing, doesn't it?
Well, for me, I think, I wish we could take everyone, put them aside and say, let's give it a go.
Yeah.
Because even if your child benefits and you benefit, that's going to make a difference.
I completely understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have some more music because we've got a little bit of music to go through. We've got to hear from our sponsors as well, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more.
Thank you.
About the Reading Project. We'll talk about a little bit more about you, Dawn, as well. I don't think we've spoken enough about you.
Okay. Well, I'm just a part of the picture at the moment. I'm just really grateful for the opportunity.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
That's what we're here for. And if anybody wants to ask a question while we're on air, then please do so. Go to the website, harbourradio.co.uk, click on the live chat, put your name in, put your message up. It'll up on the screen in front of me, and I'll be able to pose that question to Dawn. Or you can use WhatsApp if you've got that facility, and the number is 07942 641074. Let's have a bit of Ronan.